right, guys, today I have the Rattan Pinus. It's got T-shaped handlebars. It's got a quick release, so you can lower them and raise them up. This is a foldable bike, and this is the lever to fold the handlebars down. You can tell they welded these on for a front basket. And then down here where it folds, a lot of welding scars. You got BMX style rims. You got a rack that's attached to the frame and has a carrying capacity of around 60 pounds. Fenders are pretty cheap filling. That's your typical cheap plastic fender. The pedals fold in, and then here's the lever that breaks the bike in half. So just undo that, and that just folds together. 0 to 20 in how many seconds? Let's just find that out. There's 8, 11, 13, 16, 18, 20. Yeah, that's pretty fast. So now let's see how fast it can go. And to do that, I gotta put it to the highest assist level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I go to speed limits, I can change that from 31 miles per hour, which you can't go that fast, by the way, down to 13 miles per hour. The grips feel nice. They're stitched leather, wingtips. They screw onto the handlebars so they don't move. And if they do, you can just tighten them down. You got hydraulic front fork suspension that you can lock out and adjust. And when fully open, you got 180 millimeters of travel, which is pretty cushy. That's the type of suspension that I like to see for the price of the bike. Now, there's nothing in the rear as far as suspension, except for underneath the saddle, which I don't know if it really does anything, but you do have a large saddle and it is pretty cushy. And I can see that, especially when I look at the tires. You got some very knobby Kenda 20 by 4 inch all-terrain tires. So as far as traction and grip on the trail, you'll have plenty. But everything else, as far as off-road riding, it's not the best. Right side controls the rear, left side the front. And when you hit either lever, the tail light lights up. On the control panel, you have these 2 arrows, and those are your turn signals, and it lights up on the screen, nice and bright, but there is no sound. However, there is a bright light in the rear. Turn it off, you gotta hit it again. That's a color LCD screen, which I think looks pretty nice. And I wanna go into advanced settings for just one more second. I wanna show you everything you can change in here. First one is the wheel size. Speed limit, I've already talked about. You can change the brightness of the screen. There's the ride modes, voltage, do a factory reset, so you can set how long you want the bike to be on before it shuts off automatically. You can change the units, add a password, and then here in the advanced settings, you can change how many pedal assist levels you want. The next one, it says slow start, and you have 4 different options here, 1 through. Next one I want to talk about is the cruise feature, so you can turn that on and off, and that's pretty much it. All right, back up to the control panel. If you hold down the plus button, that turns on the headlight, and the screen does dim down quite a bit, but it turns on a pretty big headlight, and then the tail light turns on.